Have you ever heard this saying, no mistakes, only happy accidents? The person who said this went by the name of Bob Ross, who is a soft-spoken guy who had an interest in painting and in wildlife. Robert Norman Ross was born in 1942 in Daytona Beach, Florida. His father was a carpenter, and Bob Ross spent a lot of time with his father. In ninth grade, Bob dropped out of high school to work as his father's assistant. At 18, Ross joined the Air Force and was given an office job. With this job, Bob had to yell at a lot of people. Ross made extra money during this time by painting during his breaks and his free time. He soon learned to finish paintings within 30 minutes. When Ross left the Air Force, he promised he'd never have to raise his voice again, giving him his soft-spoken trademark. I'm a credible speaker of this source because I myself have watched Bob Ross. I have done thorough research, and I have also learned a lot about the type of person he was. My three main points today are how he did his shows for free, how he had an interest in rehabilitating wildlife, and how he had a calming effect on people. My first main point is how Ross did his shows for free. Ross had a TV show called The Joy of Painting, which aired on PBS from 1983 to 1994. On his show, he taught oil painting techniques for landscape paintings, finishing a painting with every episode. The Joy of Painting was where Bob Ross gained most of his fame. A lot of people remember most of his quotes, one of which being, "No mistakes, only happy accidents." You're probably wondering where Ross got his income if it wasn't from his TV show. It was from his business called Bob Ross Incorporated that sold art supplies, how-to videotapes, taught classes, and had art instructors traveling the world to teach art. The Joy of Painting was very popular. It reached 95% of all public TV stations across America, spanning 93.5 million homes. It also reached the UK, Germany, Switzerland, Belgium, South Korea, Turkey, and Japan, being especially popular in Japan, playing twice a day. Ross did his shows for free, and he sometimes brought furry friends on The Joy of Painting. My second main point is Ross rehabilitated wildlife, sometimes bringing them on his show. Ross had a love for animals, from squirrels to owls, sometimes bringing them on his show. He would bring an injured orphan or strays, nurse them back to health in front of his worldwide audience. Ross also turned the backyard of his Florida home into a rehabilitation center. The most famous animal on The Joy of Painting was a squirrel called Peapod. Peapod hung out in Bob Ross's shirt pocket, slept in Ross's palm, and Ross liked to feed him with a syringe or a bottle. Ross was a safe haven to animals, but he also brought tranquility to many people. My third main point is Ross and The Joy of Painting brought calmness to people. People thought The Joy of Painting helped with insomnia, playing episodes in the background when they tried to take a nap. According to mentalfloss.com, the media director, Gene Kowalski, stated, "It's funny to talk to these people. They think they're the only ones who watch The Joy of Painting to nap. Bob knew about this. People would come up to him and say, 'I don't want to hurt your feelings, but you've been putting me to sleep for 10 years. He'd love it." There's also science behind Bob Ross having a calming voice. He has a baritone voice, which is known to maximize relaxing effects. Mixed with the sound of brushes is sure to put someone to sleep. Today, I have paid tribute by telling you how he did his shows for free, how he had an interest in wildlife, and he went out of his way to help them, along with his calming effect on people. The soft-spoken guy with a fro who loved to paint made a great impact on the world. He is well remembered for his many quotes, one of which being, "There are no mistakes, only happy accidents."